Nadia Erostarbe is a star forming from the Basque country.
And Nadia.
Ooh. Wow. Put your hands together, HB. Massive turn right there for Nadia. Backhand attack. Just, whew, that was beautiful.
Congratulations to Nadia Erostarbe, the 2025 Belito Pro champion.
Great to be here with Nadia Erostarbe, a brand new rookie on the championship tour. Nadia representing Basque Country and herself. First of all, congratulations and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Yeah, excited for this year, finally being on the city for the whole year, rookie, and yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a really sick year.
Yeah, I guess you're not a new face because we got to hang out with you last season as a replacement surfer. How much different does it feel, though, knowing that you officially qualified and for a much bigger season ahead?
Big difference. Really big difference. Last year, it was a little bit of not knowing really what was going to happen, not knowing after pipe if I was going to compete in any other event or not, what was going to happen. I didn't know anything. And this year, having that security to do the whole year to do my best, and yeah, excited. Not even here now. I'm at Bells, and it feels like a different thing. Like also, I was lucky that I had that opportunity last year. So this year I don't feel that rookie. I mean, I'm still a rookie. I haven't been in a lot of places, but at least I got that little experience from last year.
Well, Nadia, this is a great time to get to know you a little bit better. Let's go back to where it all started and your home break. And if you could help us with the pronunciation of your home break, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it's called Zarautz. It's a little town from the Basque country up north in Spain.
We've heard about Zarautz for a long time, holding big events for decades, in pro surfing. What was it like being a kid, being able to watch a lot of great competition there and also compete there as well?
It was amazing. I think that's one of the reasons why there is such a big culture and so many good surfers up there in Zarautz. And it was the best childhood ever. I lived 2 minutes away from the beach walking, so I could go when I was 8-9 years old by myself to the beach and surf there with all the kids. And then also having Aritz Aranburu, he's the only other Spanish guy who qualified for the city, and having him on the beach, watching him also compete in the Pro Zarautz, winning it. It was an epic childhood, and yeah, I remember it with a lot of love.
Yeah, mentioning Aritz Aranburu, I remember when he was on tour, there would be these big parties, these watch parties and big screens that would pop up, and everyone would get invited, to that Basque part of Spain, and they'd get to cheer on Aritz Aranburu, showing us how tight that surf community really is.
Yeah, it's amazing. I remember going to those parties, watching Aritz, and it was especially in Taupo when he had some amazing hits, and we were all, it was 11 at night or something like this, and everyone was on the beach watching him. Even on the Olympics when I was in Tahiti, they also did some of those things, which it was amazing. No, they really push you and they really make you feel special over there.
That's fantastic. And did you get to work with Aritz a lot in prep for the Olympic Games?
Yeah, I was lucky. We chose him as a coach. He said yes. So I was really lucky to have him by my side and really helped me. Even this year, when I go to Taupo and Fiji, I'll try to make him come with me. I don't know if he's gonna be able because he has a lot of things going on. He has his own life, but if he has those 2 weeks for me, I would love to bring him with me.
Yes, I think he's coming. Let's make that happen. I was thinking about the influences you'd have at your local lineup. You mentioned Aritz, but who else? Who are the most influential surfers that were around you growing up?
Well, first of all, my parents, they both surf, so I had them teaching me surfing. Then I had my older sister, which she was a really good surfer. She just didn't like competing that much. But when we were younger, I had her as my biggest influence. And then when I get older and older, I got to really look up more to Aritz. I also have Indar Unanue, another big surfer from Zarautz, Ashir Muniain, Ivona Matriain, also their sons Iker, Renador, Matriain, and also Gallo. It's I don't know his name. I just know his nickname. I don't remember his name, but he's a blind surfer from Zarautz, and he was world champ on the Paralympics ISA. So he's also an inspiration. So I don't know. I think we have a really big community there, and lucky to be from there.
You can tell why world-class surfers are from that region that you're from, because there's so much depth with beach breaks, little point setups that are nearby, and even big waves when you think of like Nacho Gonzalez and his success.
Yeah, it's a really good spot for big wave surfing. All of them, all the guys I mentioned, they are big wave surfers. And I kind of got dragged to it a little bit. I don't like it that much, but even when I was 14, 15, they were like, oh, you have to come to Puta Roca. It's a really good, Roca Puta, it's a really good right-hand point break for big wave surfing. And I don't like it that much as they do. They go nuts with it. Yeah, I don't know.
It was awesome when you finally clinched your spot and got the news. Remembering where you were the year before when you had a chance to qualify and everyone kind of passed you. Luckily, you got the replacement spot, but that feeling you had of being there before, but this time it all worked out. What was the emotion like going through that, of realizing that you're officially on the tour?
It was a big relief, emotion mostly, because as you say, last year I was one spot away. I saw everyone going through me on the last event. I got injured on the last two events of last year, so I couldn't really surf. So it was a little bit frustrating to not be able to surf and watch everyone make through the heats and make through you, and you being out. And even this year when I lost on the first round in Newcastle, I was, oh my God, it's going to happen the same as last year. Everyone's going to make through and I'm going to lose. So there were 2-3 really hard days, like having bad thoughts. At least I got my partner and Adora around me, so they could a little bit make me feel better. And then as soon as I knew I clinched, it was a big relief, then big happiness, and then we enjoyed it partying. So it was pretty fun, pretty sick.
I remember you telling Vaughn Blakey on the beach that it was time to party. Let's hear about it. What did you do? Where did you go?
We went to there is a hotel over there in Newcastle. We went there, but man, I thought the party was gonna be crazy. And I felt like the music and everything was not working at all. Like we're used to different parties, like all reggaeton and like really small places and I was like, oh, but then we went home and I had to do some interviews while I was drunk. So that was pretty fun. That was the best part of the night.
Such an accomplishment. And obviously with some hard work. One thing you said, I noticed in the post you made when you qualified, was having a dream and believing in yourself and not doubting yourself. And it was sort of this idea of maybe some people doubted me, but maybe I doubted myself too. What were those moments like when you felt that self-doubt creep in along the way this last season?
Yeah, there were a lot of doubt moments for myself. Even 2 years ago, when I also qualified last year, also when I almost qualified but didn't, they were like, oh man, like it's so close, but it feels like it's never gonna happen. Like I'm always one step down, no? Like I'm not gonna make it happen. And they were like, oh, is it worth it? All this time, all this money, all this energy. And now you're here. It is. You feel all this happiness, all this attention from people, and you're really on the dream tour, which it's amazing. But there were really, really low moments, especially this year after Saquarema, which I did Ericeira and Saquarema, lost first round on both events, and I had one of the worst moments. I had 2 weeks without surfing. I couldn't really enjoy anything. But then I got psychology help, and that really made me get that energy that you really want to make to the tour. I feel like I had more fear, like losing that spot like I did last year, than having that like anger to, oh, I'm gonna make it happen, I'm gonna qualify. I don't know if it makes sense.
It does. It sounds like the highest high, winning Bolito, a major win over Yolanda Hopkins, but in that same stretch, that same season, having the lowest lows, that followed, such an amazing milestone victory. So having all that in your qualification year probably tested you so much.
Yeah, I feel like it made me grow a lot as a competitor and as a surfer. I feel like after being so low, having the courage to go back up and try my best and feel that energy to, oh, I'm gonna go back and qualify for the city. I think that will help me a lot on the city this year.
That's great. Yeah, now you're looking at the CT in much different eyes than you did last year as a replacement surfer. You've been to Bells before. You had an equal ninth last year, but now you look more ready than ever before. How's your confidence feeling leading up into being an official rookie at Bells Beach?
It's pretty, I'm not gonna say super high, but it's good. The confidence is up way more than last year. Last year I felt like I didn't really belong here. Like I got here pure luck. Even though I know I had a good year on the Challenger, but I didn't qualify. They gave me the spot because Joanne got pregnant. So I was like, oh, it was just pure luck. I'm in the city. But this year I feel like I earned it. So I think it's gonna be mentally and easier for me to go harder.
From where I was sitting last year, if you lost in an event, I never thought I ever saw you wear a loss. Like in the means of you always were smiling, and I'd see you having a blast riding longboards at Sunzal in El Salvador, and I felt like, wow, Nadia is embracing this tour better than most with this amazing outlook on making it a surf trip. I was that a true take on how you were feeling, or are you just always really kind and sharing smiles with people?
I think a little bit of both. Of course, I had like those bad moments, when I lose, and maybe in the challengers I would have like one day of bad moments, like feeling really down and stuff. But on the city last year, as I didn't feel that much pressure, I had maybe 1 hour where I was like, oh, I lost. And I was like, look where you are, you dreamed of this your whole life, and try to make the most out of it, learn from the best. Which was incredible to be out there with all the amazing women and men and watch them compete under pressure and stuff and try to learn from them. And this year, that it's finally my rookie year, I'll try to do better. Of course, I'll embrace every moment as I did last year, but maybe with a little bit more expectations of doing the cut and being on the top 10.
When I look at your rookie class, the big storyline that we've been talking to all the rookies about is the power of the European force this year, especially on the women's side with young Tia Zabrowski, Yolanda Hopkins, Kika Veselko, yourself, and also Anat, who competed in the region, throughout her career. What's your opinion on why Europe had just maybe the best success they've ever had on the Women's Challenger Series?
I'm not really sure why. I haven't really thought about it. I feel like we all served really good for a long time, but it's really hard for us to believe in it, no? Like for us to go to the city, it's such a big thing. Like for the Australian people, yeah, qualifying for the city, it's an important thing, but there are 10 of them already on the city, so or Americans. But for us, like only one Spanish guy qualified. In Portugal, the same. In France, maybe a couple more, but I don't know. I feel like we really believe that we could do it, we can make it happen. And also we pushed each other, like watching maybe me last year do so good, or Bahin qualifying last year, and I beat her a lot of times, so maybe I can make it too. So I think that might be one of the reasons why we all of us qualified.
Super powerful region this year, and going for the Rookie of the Year title. How much does that mean to you, and is that your biggest goal for this year?
100%. It's one of the biggest goals this year. I know it's not going to be easy with all these girls. They're going to go for it too. Tia, it's looking really strong. She just won the Challenger. She had like a lot of points ahead of us, so I think she's going to be the one to beat on the CT, the one to fight with for the Rookie of the Year. But I'll give my all and try to get it for myself and Zarautz, for my hometown.
Let's talk surfboards this year. Making any changes? Which shape are you going to be working with in your rookie year?
With DHT. I've been working with him for the last 4 or 5 years, in which from the beginning I really connected with the boards really easily. And I made a little change. I changed from, I used to ride mostly Utopias, the model, but now I changed to Juliet, most of them, and Lightning, which are my favorites one right now.
Yeah, Darren Hanley, one of the all-time greats, that's for sure. And he's definitely won a lot of trophies at Bells Beach. So when creating your quiver for Bells, it must have been pretty easy with DH.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have much time to make a quiver from here because when I got here, I didn't want to, I wanted to dream. I was going to qualify, but I didn't want to order 5 boards for Bells and then not qualify and all those things. So I made some orders before coming here for all kind of waves, and once I tried it here, the board I like the most, it works perfectly. So I think that's gonna be the one to go.
Perfect. And you said the waves are pumping, right? You're at Bells right now?
Yes. Not right now. It's a little bit small today, but yesterday was pumping. But there is a swell coming, so I think it's gonna be a fun couple of days before the event start.
Did you see most of the tour there warming up with you?
I think most of them are in Snapper Rocks right now, which is pumping too. But I feel like these next couple of days are going to be the ones that everyone comes here and it's going to get super crowded. There are some of them here, mostly rookies, which is like their first year, so they really want to get the practice going on. But it's going to get crazy crowded, which it's going to be hard to catch waves.
Yeah, I bet. When you think about how quickly the tour is going to get off and running, with Bells, then to Margaret River, then to the Gold Coast, and then right to Raglan, it's going by so fast. Talk to me about your experience on all of those waves. Have you been to all of them? And which wave stands out as the one where you feel most comfortable on?
I mean, I got the chance to be on most of them last year from the injury wildcard. I've been, except Raglan and Fiji, I think I've been most of them, all of them. So at least I have that. I feel most confident maybe Snappers and El Salvador, like in the first 6 events of the year, because I already been there. I already competed there. And Snappers, I competed 2 times already. And Bells last year was my first time, and it's a tricky wave. Also Margaret. So in El Salvador, I also feel connected with that wave. It's such a special place. So I don't know, I feel those two could work really good. And then Teaupo too, of course. I love that wave.
Yeah, a lot of great waves to look forward to. If you just had to pick one on the calendar that you want to win more than any other, which one would it be?
I think it would be El Salvador. My sister probably will come to watch me. Yeah, I think that'll be the one. Also, they speak Spanish, which is fun for me.
Awesome. And being able to speak Spanish, that probably feels nice too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's mostly English in all of the events, so finally to be able to speak Spanish, it's good.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak 3 languages fluently, which is Basque, Spanish, and English. And then I know a little bit of German because my mom is from Switzerland. But I don't speak fluently. I can understand the topic, but I don't feel that confident speaking.
Does your mom speak Basque?
Yeah, she does. My grandma, my mom's mom, is from the Basque country, so she knew how to talk Basque before Spanish. And then when she moved to the Basque country, she also needed to learn Spanish. So,
because I heard it's really hard to learn Basque as an adult. I mean, is that a true story? It's like something that you kind of need to learn as a baby and as a kid growing up?
I mean, you can learn it as an adult, but it's really hard. It doesn't have nothing to do with any other language. Also, grammatically, it's backwards compared to Spanish, and all the vocabulary is different. So it is really hard. I know a lot of people who learn it when they are grown-ups, but I'm pretty sure it takes longer.
I remember when Aritz was on tour and his friend Ador would be there, they would be in the competitors area, and they said they have no doubt in their mind that if they speak Basque together, nobody in the entire place would understand them. It was like they had this cheat code, a little secret code they could speak to, knowing that they were the only two that had any idea what they were talking about. I mean, you're going to have to use that to your advantage this year.
Yeah, 100%. The only bad thing is that my boyfriend is not from the Basque country, so I will not be able to talk with him in Basque. I mean, he's trying to learn, but as I told you, I don't think he will. But if I bring Aritz to any place, of course I'll talk in Basque with him. It's a really cool thing to do. Like, you can really talk about anything and no one will understand.
That's awesome. I love that. Let's learn a little bit of Basque with you real quick. Like, if we were going to say, let's go, like to cheer you on, how do we say that in Basque?
Guazen.
I like that. Wassen 72. Yeah. You're number 72 this year as a rookie. Any significance in that number and why that means a lot to you?
It's the year my mom was born. So I felt like I had my father's last name, Erostarbe, and then I felt like I wanted something from my mom, so I put her the year she was born, 72. So I have both of them always with me.
Oh, what a great one for your mom. And you mentioned they both surf, right? And they must have both been celebrating with you when they got the news when you qualified. What was that conversation like with your parents?
Yeah, that was amazing. I called my mom, but it was really late at night, so she didn't pick me up. She was still asleep. And then when it was 6 a.m. or something at home, she called me like super sleepy, like, did you really qualify? I was like, yeah, I qualified. So yeah, it was really nice. They were like, oh, we want to go to some of the events, but it's really hard for them. They have to work, and it's far away from Spain. So yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I hope they make it on tour at some point this year with you, which leads me to wondering, who is traveling with you throughout the year as far as coach and other support? Who's going to be with you? I have my coach. It's my boyfriend. So I'm going to go with him. Like, he's both coach and boyfriend. When I'm on the heat and preferring coach, and everywhere is my boyfriend. Just one person. That's awesome. What an important job, in a lot of ways. Yeah, it is. He has to deal with a lot, but he really knows how to manage me. So I'm really grateful for having him. I love that. Oh, it's awesome. We've got just a little bit of time before you kick off your first heat at Bell's. Do you already know who you're matched up against? Do you want me to tell you? I know. You already know. Okay, great. I didn't know. Some people are superstitious. They don't like looking at things. But yeah, you've got Bella Kenworthy. And the winner of that takes on Katie Simmers in the next round. What are your thoughts on it's a new format change? What are your thoughts on Bella and then the opportunity to take on Katie as well? Yeah, I think Bella is a really great surfer. She really impressed me last year in El Salvador, the heat with Gabriela. That was an amazing heat they had. And yeah, I don't know, I'm excited. I think everyone on tour, it's an amazing surfer, and they really
They really know how to compete. I feel like maybe I'm a little bit in advantage because I'm coming from competing with nonstop the last couple of months. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure she's been working really hard. So, but I'm really excited if I make it through to compete finally against Katie. I really want to have a hit with her. I think she's one of the best ones out there. I'm really inspired by her, how she surfs, how she reads the ocean and everything, and try to have opportunity to beat her, one of the best of the world, our champ. So it's exciting.
And what a year to take on your rookie season. What I'm thinking in my lifetime of watching the tour, it's the best roster I've ever seen. When you talk about the recent world champs like Molly Picklum, Katie Simmers, Caroline Marks, Steph Gilmore, and Carissa Moore, like the GOATs are coming back to take on everyone, including your really high-fi European rookie class. There's so much to look forward to. I mean, for Steph to commit to the tour, for Carissa to come back, did that just bring you even more excitement knowing that two of the all-time greats are going to be suiting up with you this year?
Yeah, of course. It's really, really exciting. I think it's going to be a big opportunity for all of us, all the rookies, to have a chance not only beat Molly, which is right now our champ, or Caroline, Olympic champ, but also Carissa and Steph, which are like the GOATs, who we looked up when we were young, or me at least. Like I remember watching their videos over and over. So have an opportunity to go against them and beat them, and learn from them, because they are the most experienced one out there. So it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and you look at the heat draw, now it's one-on-one heats. There's not a non-elimination format. Are you happy about that change?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it was fun also to have the elimination round, to have that one heat with not that much pressure. But at the same time, having a one-on-one, it's way better than having three women's heat. I think head-to-heads are always, for me, easier to compete. So I'm excited for that.
I really enjoy your backhand hack, how vertical you can put it down, how much power you have, even just remembering your final in Bolito, and even small waves, big sections, it's really reliable. And with all these rights coming up, how fun is that? But what would you say your biggest strength is in your surfing? And then also, one thing that you are working on in your surfing as well.
Yeah, I think, as you said, my biggest strength is my backhand, 100%. It's also because all the tour and almost all events are on right hand point break, so I had like no choice. I mean, of course, I love surfing on my front side, but 90% of the events are on rights, so I feel like that's my strength. And also on left barreling, I had a experience last couple of years training for the Olympics, so at least I got that. And then I really have to put my time working on my backhand barreling, which it's gonna take me some time. and also frontside, when it's really small, it's a little bit harder for me to go on my frontside.
Looking at the region you're from, and knowing Aritz got there and now you're there, does that make you really proud representing for the first time for the women from your region on the tour?
Yeah, of course. It's not only for the Basque Country, also for Spain, like being the first Spanish woman to qualify and the first woman. And I feel like there is a really big future coming from there. Annette got one spot away from qualifying, and her sister last year was ISA world champ. So they really had the surfing to be here. They are just young, and they're gonna get here sooner or later. And there are still more young women coming from there. So Basque Country is gonna be up there for some time, I think.
So will you have the Basque flag on one sleeve and then Spain's flag on the other? Is that how you're gonna go this year?
Yes, that's how I'm gonna go. I think it's Basque here and Spanish here. Yeah, excited for that, because you know, there's people always complaining like, oh, you only go for Basque, or oh, you only go for Spain. So I said, oh, let's put both, and no one can say anything.
Perfect. Well played. Well, if we were going to celebrate your qualification tonight and we wanted to do something very, very special for Basque culture, food-wise, what is that celebration meal that you'd recommend if we want to do it the Basque way?
Well, I'm vegan. I've been vegan for the last 7 years. So
yeah, let's do the vegan approach.
Vegan approach. Oh, it's going to be harder because there are not many vegan traditional foods in the Basque country. We have, we can do tortilla patata, which is omelette. How do you say? Omelette with, no, yeah? Tortilla. How do you say tortilla? Omelette. Yeah. I think omelette with potatoes, but instead of with eggs, with a replacement. That'll be good. And then we could have some pimientos de padrón, which is really good. They are like peppers, Spanish, Basque peppers. They are really good. And I don't know what else. I don't really think about that.
That's perfect.
I don't really think about that. Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to try some and party. So congrats. Before I let you go, say this year is already come and gone. We've finished the Pipe Masters. What would be the best feeling you'd want to have in your head and your heart after your rookie season and when it's all said and done?
First, I would like to enjoy the experience more than last year, because I feel like last year I felt a little bit lost on the city. Like the feeling that I didn't belong here was big, and I want to change that. Like really, I'm here, I belong here, and I want to do good. That would be one of the things. And then I would love to do top 10, like top 10 women's, but that will be more like goal. But for feeling proud of myself, it will be enjoying the moment and learn from it and grow as a surfer.
Beautiful. You're going to do all those things. Nadia Erostarbe, can't wait to see you compete, not just at Bells starting very soon, but also this entire rookie season. Congratulations, you deserve it, and can't wait to catch up more.
Thank you so much. Excited.